Let's follow the chickens back up.
Yep.
That's what you're telling me, guys. I'll give you coffee.
Throw him in the swimming pool.
Yeah, there's some bones in there, ain't there?
There's
Yeah, there's a skeleton in there.
Bones, them bones.
Now tell us about the armadillo, sir.
Well, this is not the armadillo.
This is the Peccadillo?
No, this is the Peccadillo. This is the Florida version of it. It's quite stunning animal because when it comes upon you, it's got left and right. That's what you have to know about the Peccadillo because it's very one-way animal. You can see here from the claws that they're just all on one side, and that if he wanted to go on the other side, he would flip to the other side. So
kind of like a flounder.
It's a 12-foot Peccadillo.
It's a land version of the flounder.
It's a land flounder. That's very good. Yeah, right.
And is this a long tail here?
The tail?
Yes.
The tail really is quite significant because this is your bipolar Peccadillo.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't know it's out in its head.
Well, it's got a head on both ends.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot easier to back up. I mean, when you have this, it's kind of bipolar.
That's excellent for parallel parking.
Yeah, it really is. In fact, that new vehicle parallel parks, they got it exactly from this critter right here. In fact, they were thinking of calling it the Peccadillo, but they found out it had bad connotations. Whoa.
Oh, he smells nice too.
What was this one's name?
This is Bernice.
Bernice?
But he is a male.
Oh. Well, he
and
was
that was
a
part of the
cross-dresser.
problem. Yeah, it's cross-dressing Peccadillo. Of course.
Not only was he bipolar, he was bisexual.
Well, what do you think bipolar means?
Okay.
They'll do it at the North Pole or the South.
Right, and having two ends. I mean, this animal is able to procreate itself.
To procreate its own individual with the same
its own progeny.
DNA. Now this little here path go on where your feet are going to be going, like right over there. This path is where my son Thor was taking a walk with me one day, and we came back from up around the pond, and he was showing me things like, look at these leaves. Just as an example. Now you can see what healthy soil this is, but over there you see those have purple tips on the
tips.
On the tips, yeah, of the leaves. It's a magnesium deficiency. He's telling me these kind of things, and we're walking down the road, and we'll see if there's one up there, but we came to a mole path where moles, and you know how they have like a foot off to the side, and then it'll keep on going straight, and I said, do you know what that is? I've always wondered, is that to pull off so the other ones can pass them when they're coming down the tunnel, or, traffic control, or what?
Yeah,
he said, well, he said, no, when it rains a lot, they store food in there. I said, when it rains, you see how when the soil gets so full of water, the worms are coming to the surface. That's why you see them on the surface when it rains a lot. And he says, well, they'll eat their fill when there's worms everywhere in super abundance, and then they'll store the extras there. And I said, wait a minute. Wouldn't the worms just crawl away? I said, no. They tap, the mole will take and tap the worm until it gets into a knot, and then the two halves will try to crawl away, but they'll just tighten the knot, and they can't get away, and that way they'll store them for weeks just in a little side tunnel. Man, now you know that nature does some amazing
Works
things
in mysterious ways.
Propagation and leaves pretending to look like the butterfly that has the sting that keeps away the animal that wants to eat that leaf, or the insect, or all these things that critters do. And I was just amazed, and so I was going to the jam and telling my friends. I'd be talking to people in this store and say, you know, an interesting thing about moles. And about 3 or 4 days later, I remembered to tell Mary, and she looked at me over the top of her glasses. I knew something was up. She said, remember all those times when you pulled his leg growing up? He's got you.
Your son.
And And that happened right here on this little path up here.